Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Neanderthal Campaign. Last time, we saw the full effect of access to the currency tech trading system, enabling us to get some really just insane opportunities with these AIs, using their extreme advantage against them in our favor. This has allowed our economy to blossom. We also finished the Hanging Gardens. That was last episode, believe it or not, which gave us some additional population and health across the nation. And we started working on yet another wonder project, the Echo Masharti, which I should actually check and see what this even is, because it's an Assyrian thing. Okay, so it's some sort of famous Assyrian barracks, or actually it's just Assyrian barracks. Is this even like a specific location? I guess it must be. Who knows? Anyways, we are building that wonder now as part of a build order that's going to turn Atapuerca into a experienced military unit producing monster with the hippodrome, the barracks, and some other stuff as well. Now, I also want to even work on the Great Lighthouse too. That may be a bit ambitious to try to squeeze that in there, but we have so many different things to work on, let alone the Department of Water and the Treasury. I want to get both of those done as well. Lots ahead of us here, and there's probably going to be even more wonders in the future. I think I probably will pass on the Circus Maximus. The money and happiness effects are, of course, handy, but ultimately the mounted XP isn't enough to meaningfully get us closer to that 4th level up on training. We'll be at comfortably at 3 with the various buildings that we've got going on here, and this also affects all land units, not just mounted. So our sloth spearmen will get the benefit from this very nicely. Now, yeah, I think that all looks good. Let's go ahead and actually take a sec to, well, do this turn of Fort 250. Last episode was one of the longer episodes with a lot of just trying to get to the later turns. I also don't like the Aztecs trying to butt in over here. This fort that they have been holding for this whole time is just now exuding a local influence, making them technically, I think, have border tensions with me. They don't say it here, but it could become a problem in the future. They don't have any cities around here, although they do now have a city in the north, as we discovered. The city of Zitlaltepec. Not ideal, but can't do much about that. Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick look and make sure our cities aren't doing anything particularly egregious. Also, we can run a 100% turn. Actually, we can finish reincarnation with our remaining turns. With our remaining budget, I should say. Also, you continue to scout around here. Head on over and see what you can find from this vantage point. Wow, okay. Yeah, Dutch and German tensions should become an issue for them, I imagine. We shall see. Okay, over here we are sneaking by this city here, so let's continue to do just that. Let me go in for this shark attack. We do have a lot of bonuses versus animals, so this should be fine. All right, we grabbed it as well. Excellent. Okay, we have this ranger over here. We'll go ahead and just continue hunting in the area. That's fine. Now, last episode I also did declare peace with Yagan. I shouldn't say declared peace. I organized a peace. It was not a unilateral thing. I declare peace. I organized a peace with Yagan. This doesn't really give us much here, but maybe someday we'll be able to interact with him. For now, I just have to slowly let his opinion of me build back up. I may go to war with him in the future, but I will probably sooner join the war against the Arabs, because that will give me opinion with the other 3 that I want to get opinion with. It's Quaddle, Bismarck, and Johann, as all 3 are now at war with him, as I excitedly noted last episode. So Arabia should be in some trouble here, so we'll see exactly how that goes. Let's go ahead and take a look at things here. Alright, so with our remaining guys here, we could have them as scientists, or, let's see, it's only worth 1, but it is worth a couple points of science. Although, actually, do we have... We do, okay. We do seem to have 4 specialists here. Well, fair enough. I think I will work... I should really improve this. This is a bamboo hill tile, so this could be a really strong tile in the future. For now, let's work this. And then, yeah, the rest can be scientist. That's fine. Okay. And then both of you continue doing crime fighting. Okay. And then, let's see. Inertia, how are we looking here? Things are looking fine. I don't need to really, like, fiddle with everything here. Just want to make sure that my cities aren't assigning engineers everywhere, or slaves, as they love to do. Alright, this looks fine. Okay, working the investigator. Normally I'd say yes, but we are getting this under control slowly. So it should be okay. How about you work? Yeah, actually work this instead. 250 at Nerja. Excellent. Oops. Or not Nerja, at Carajuela, I should say. Alright, also we have to now do that with these guys. All of you guys. Alright. Crime fighting for all of them. Let's just select our way through here. Okay. Alright, this looks fine otherwise. Alright, next up. See, this is exactly what I'm looking for. You work on... It's worth 4. I may as well, I suppose, work on that. And, let's see. Worth 3. But it is still 3 wealth, so kind of valuable. Let's see. So 354 versus 350. Wait. Hold on. What did I... Okay. 352. 353. Okay. So, as I thought, the scientists should be on these spots where able. Okay. Let's see. Is this really 354? Is that right? That can't be right. Huh. Okay. Interesting. But we're getting the food at least, so that's still fine. Okay. Next up is Chachel Perone. This place has a lot of good tiles to work. Holy crap. Are any of these assignable? You are. How about you? These are probably 2 free specialists. Yeah. I mean, this is really good. Really good over here at Chachel Perone. Alright. Nice. And then this looks fine. That's exactly what I'm looking out for here. I want this to get into my range, but just have to wait for that. Okay. 304, 304. Yeah, I think that's fine. Arbretta doesn't have much to work over here, so this is fine for now. This place could really do with some more C-tile improving buildings and to kill whatever's over here. Why can't I work this? Oh, it's just out of range. That's why. That's right. Okay. Lezetziki, looking pretty solid. Oh yes, looking pretty good. Yeah, just keep at it. Can I? No. There we go. And then, oh, there's so many good tiles to work in Hortus. This looks fine for now. 210. Let's see. Yeah, this is too hard to pass up. This is fine. And then chase, also looking fine. I want it to grow. May as well do that. There we go. Okay. We just have 3 specialists here. Okay, this is looking fine. And yeah, that is everything quickly reviewed. Look at that. Didn't even take, well, I was about to say it didn't even take 10 minutes, but don't check your time bar. Just gotta wait for the end turn to wrap up here. Okay, this guy's arrived. Let's learn about the tail of the sharks in every building, or in every city, I should say. Yeah, that gave us a couple points. Very nice. Over here, let's grab the dog breeder at Hortus. Okay, you head over here. Let's see what's going on. Alright, you continue along. I'm not going to bother fighting those guys. Okay, so this workboat here actually has nothing to do. Is that right? Oh, no. No, you're being improved already by this workboat. So I just have this extra workboat that I awkwardly brought over here by accident. Okay, let's find something for you to do. Is there anything I can do over here? Not really. No, this is lobster, so I can't actually improve that. I guess I can go to here. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. Okay. Looking good. Great Hunter arrives in town next turn. Let's go ahead and learn about reincarnation. I'm interested to see if the AIs will purchase it from me for something. But we may also just want to wait until our big deals with the big 3 are running out of their duration in the next couple dozen turns. That'll be quite nice. Also, thinking about it, the maintenance reduction from the Pataki of Obatala, it doesn't need to always go in like the furthest away city, because distance from palace and city size contribute to maintenance. So larger cities also benefit, like Caceres, which is I think currently my largest city. Alright, these guys... Okay, Johan made peace with Saladin. Interesting. That's okay. It's not like the end of the world. Would have been nice for that conflict to last a bit longer. Let's head up here. Okay, well, let's see. You head back over here. Okay. Just keep scouting about. These guys have finished the farm. Which means this is now a really valuable tile to work. Yeah, I mean, the extra wealth is nice, but this is worth a fair bit of food. Let's see. I mean, it's only worth 3. Doesn't really make a big difference right now. Let's just keep working. I really wish the consumption wasn't as much. It really makes food tiles a lot less valuable, which I don't think is very realistic. But it's not my call. You guys just wait a turn. Right, this guy's arrived. Let's see. So he could build the heritage thing if we if we wanted to. There's that mammoth restriction once more that I initially modded out. I guess we should probably consider, is there any reason to go for one of the megafauna animals in the SVN version? Let's see. Okay, like zebra cav, for example. Looks to be the same design. Bear riders. These guys are still good versus siege. Okay. What else? Mammoths are still... They're basically now just Arctic-themed elephant units, which, I mean, that's essentially what they are, so I suppose that makes sense. What else? Rhino riders. Not really great. Okay. Yeah, just not really seeing... I mean, I guess the cats can be an alternative to the dogs, but not... Oh, not really. Not really that helpful. Here, bison rider. They're still good versus elephants, as they were before. Okay, these guys don't actually have an upkeep. Okay. Deer cav? Is this something to consider? Well, this is interesting. They actually are kind of a true hybrid horseman and archer, because they get city and hill defense bonuses, but they don't receive terrain defense bonuses, which is, I think, what the city defense bonuses are going to count as. So that's not really, it's still not really well suited for what I care about. What about the giraffe archers? These guys were interesting before. It's the same thing, yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think any of these guys look particularly good, so probably just join as a Great Hunter unit. I guess I could get Tradition Archery. Let's see what this does. Tradition Archery. 2 XP for archers everywhere. Archer Tradition. Oh, this makes them better. Okay. I mean, honestly, that's kind of solid. Probably better. I mean, I'm not really necessarily planning to build a bunch of archer units super soon, but it would be nice to have this just in place. This is probably a better use for him than joining as a Great Hunter. Let's get the Tradition Archery set up over here. Alright, there it is. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Reincarnation learned about.
If you're really a mean person, you're gonna come back as a fly.
He said it. Alright, reincarnation has been discovered. Ah. Well, good thing we got cash on hand for just such an occasion. 1422. Alright, this army of workers, what are we going to do with you guys? You're pretty much done in Hortus. Yeah, our new cities have basically... I mean, now you can go to work over in Chase, I suppose. And actually, you'll have the ranger to escort you, so that's perfect. So you guys, let's see. You should be able to head here without any problems. Alright, you get over here. I could attack the giant squid, mean, I kind of want to, just to see what happens. Let's throw down a quick save. The NES Wii root will not be dragged to the watery depths. Oh, he almost was, but not this time. This may be a withdrawal, though. I'm not really sure. Okay, it was. How much damage do we actually do? Not much. But we can heal, so this is fine. He won't attack me. He's going to heal in 5 turns, though. Okay, you know what? I'm going to quick load, because I don't want to have to wait for, like, 20 turns, which I will have to heal from that location. He'll just heal up anyways. Let's just go past him for now. We'll probably have to come back this way when we hit the ice, so we'll try again on the return trip. Alright, so you win this one, giant squid, but I'll be back. Let's kind of explore what's going on over here. Alright, who needs a build order? Looks like it is going to be our Bretta. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's continue with the... I think it's probably fine to grab a thieves' hideout over here. Crime here is not that big of a deal. Now I understand how the system works. I feel more comfortable with getting these buildings. Let's go through the sentry post, and we'll stop there. Oh, I didn't upgrade him. Oh, yeah. That, okay, it's fine. He'll get there on the next turn anyways, and he would have taken the full turn, so didn't actually lose any speed on him, technically. Alright, let's see if anyone wants to buy reincarnation from me. Hello, Bismarck. Okay, he's got a bit more gold to offer now. Alright, that's good. Nothing, though, that he's willing to actually trade away. He'll give me all of his gold. I mean, this is really not quite what I'm hoping for. Will you give me mathematics for this? No. Alright, let's go shop around. Who wants to buy Knowledge of Reincarnation from me? Actually, he's got a couple things that he may... Okay, well, that's a good start. How about you tell me about cloud patterns, and you give me all your gold. And also you tell me about glass blowing. Alright. You won't do it. What about just cloud patterns? What about just cloud patterns and no gold? Alright, he won't agree to anything at all. That's just great. I mean, 1k gold is still something, but I really want to get a bit more from these bozos. Can I sweeten the deal with something? He may want some copper ingots. Okay. That's good. How about some sails? Oh, yes, he likes my sails. What else? I'll even throw in my tapestries and wool, just because I like you. Okay. Let's talk tea for tea. Johan, I know you're into that. What are you going to give me for this? Bruh. How about, instead of that, you give me cloud patterns and glass blowing, and no gold even. This is a good deal for you. How about just cloud patterns? Alright, bro. Just... Alright. If I can get one full turn of income for my tech, I will go for it. But until then, unless he starts to research it, then I'll trade it to him at a discount. Alright, this guy does not have anything that I care about. Alright, well, what will you give me for this? He'll give me all of the stuff he currently has. How about you get some money and then come back to me? It's coatl. Ugh. As usual. These AIs, they spend the entire first 4,200 turns with billions of gold. The moment I get currency, oh, we don't have any gold. We're just the poor nightmare AIs. Poor us. Why don't you give us your tech for free? Just. All right, we'll find a moment to pull this off. All right, what is that? Is meritocracy? Okay. That's on the way, I think, to aristocracy. Not 100% sure, but I think Johann is getting there. Alright, now they won't trade any of that stuff. Alright, you go ahead and hurry the production. You follow these guys to here. Alright, you guys just do road to... I mean, technically this is the best spot to road to, but we'll road all this up, I think. May as well go for a pretty easy kill on the barn owl. Alright, nice. Alright, this is a damaged shark, so we should be able to get this guy. If we can reach him. Let's go as far as we can here. Alright, you. Aha. Now we've just claimed... Wait, no, this is still under the Dutch. Alright, never mind about claiming it. Let's just go over here. Let's just kind of scout around the area in full gradually. Alright, Hortus. What are we getting now? I guess we should grab the corn gatherer in every town. Oh yes, and the indigo gatherer too. That'll actually be quite valuable. And then speaking of value, the thieves hideout, the bead worker, the other standard early stuff. Skip over stuff that turns into ancient customs. Yeah, this is fine. Basic opening build order there. Okay. All of you move as a group. Actually, you just attack this guy. Zephyria lost druidic traditions. Interesting. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but that's fine. Okay. What do we do here? Is this... This is path, but there's nothing here at the moment. That's odd. I guess we'll work on something. I should really split that group up. It doesn't need to be one unified group. Alright. Let's go in for the kill. Should be a big boost for Carahuela, where this should show up. Hortus got it. Okay, wow. Well, I guess that's fine. Does anyone have more money yet? Nope. How about the Dutch? Yeah, sort of. How long are my deals for still? Let's see. 37 turns. Then we can really go to town. No, not you. Get out of my way. Alright. Yeah. We'll just have to wait. We'll hold on to it for now. We'll see if they're researching it, so then we can sell it to them quick if they start researching it. Okay. What are you talking about? Alright, whatever. Go kill this guy. Alright, you don't all need to be here at the same time. Let's, we got a lot to work on over here. Let's split you guys up a little bit. So actually, what should Chase be focused on? This place has a lot of... I mean, this is one of my best commerce potential land cities, given the river. That could result in a lot of hamlets. What have we done so far? Huh? Oh, it's screwed up again. I gotta quick save and then quick load. Glad this bug made it into the SVN version as well. Alright, ready to crash. Here we go. Crash time. You ready? Here it comes. Okay. All I gotta do to avoid the crash is pessimistically say I'm about to crash. Works every time. Alright, you keep exploring around. Alright. Okay. Well, let's focus on getting these resources connected up. So, you three are gonna road like so. And you three are going to road like so. And then road to this and then work on that. There we go. The ancient veterinarian. Nice. Okay. This place here. Let's see. Let's get a soap maker over here next. Benolus, I think, may also work on a soap maker. Actually, the harbor master's office could be quite nice. Big crime reduction. We can build a pier with that as well. A lot of stuff we could build over here. We could get electrum ingots. Let's actually grab this because we may be able to trade this to someone. Yeah, let's grab the electrum smelter, the brass, and yeah, let's grab all this. That's fine. Alright, walls here are done. Interesting. Graphics may need a little bit of a fixing, but that's okay. Alright, this place here could do with some cheap buildings that have been overlooked before. Let's just go all the way to this. Okay. Just a prehistoric build order, get it going. Gotta catch these cities up one way or another. Let's run this for a couple turns. Okay, I have to take a quick break to go help my girlfriend with something. I'll be right back in a few minutes. Skip ahead to when you see the video turn back on. Alright, we've returned. There we go. Okay. So, you just continue hunting around here, I guess. That's fine. Keep at it. Ah, there it is. I thought there would be a city over here. Door direct. The United Polar Sea. Well, don't mind if I do. Nice. Okay, someone grew this turn. Who was it? It was Zechariah grew this turn. Yeah, there it is. Okay. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah. Okay. This cheetah could become a problem. Also going to send you over here. You come back over here. I wonder if Saladin would buy my technologies. I don't really want to trade with him too much because this could start to bother the other AIs. I mean, Johan won't mind as much now that he's at peace, but he still doesn't like Saladin. And Bismarck and Itzcoatl, who I'm more concerned about. Although Itzcoatl currently is not exactly very... He's actually the next weakest after me. So, nothing really to see over here. Okay, you head back over here. Zebra herd. Well, that is interesting. I'm gonna get this Carahuela actually, because this is kind of a bit rare. All right, you head back over. Where was I looking? I was over here. It's ways away, but may as well. These guys have arrived. Work on this. Outside of my range, and also Nerja's range, but it will be added to my lobster stockpile. Always good. Now, this must be the lighthouse here. That's what that is. Yeah, this place still needs to be improved. Okay, this looks fine. And yeah, this looks fine. It's probably a bit of a quieter episode. I'm kind of wiped out. That's okay, though. Trade rice. Well, we'll see about that. So interestingly, forts can actually spread, like they extend in a 3x3, the culture. I could build some forts to definitely help push my culture out in certain areas. Not a bad idea. Come back to this idea later, though. Alright, you got the Pataki complete. Very nice. Let's see. This is worth a lot of food over here. Let's get the Pataki of Olokun for that food. And yeah, that'll be fine for now. Let's give it... Let's see. Okay, I can do this in 2 turns. Then we'll overflow into 0% on whatever's after. Okay. Nice. That's one of the Aztec towns. Alright. You can get this forest worker. And then keep at it. I gave you a mission. I expect to see results. Okay. Looking good. One more turn. Sometimes it's just nice to have a bit of a quieter little period of playing the game. I mean, this is I actually find C2C to be very relaxing because it's so, like this, it's kind of like the ultimate version of like an OCD, ADHD, like strategy gamer experience where the game is so just completely complicated and so dense in content that you kind of can never truly actually min-max it. Like it's beyond human capability to play this as a min-max game, which is sort of how I am trying to play it. And so you kind of have to, at some point, just accept you're going to throw on what you call the prehistoric build order. It's just a bunch of buildings in a row with no rhyme or reason, just to give yourself breathing room when you're not trying to micromanage, 12 cities at once.
And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
The mausoleum is really good. Graveyard as well. Okay. Very nice. Our cloud patterns is next. Ooh, okay. We got action. Okay. We're not too far away from this with our scout. Well, just kidding. We are quite far away from it with our scout. But we shall go and look over there. Okay, first let's do some of that. Okay. Add the zebra herd. And they can actually build subdued zebras to build more zebra herds. Is that true? What do I require to get subdued zebras? Let's see. Where would I find subdued zebras? Where am I missing it? It's got to be on the screen somewhere. Okay, hold on. Okay, this doesn't help actually. No, that doesn't help either. It's not considered a missionary unit. It's not a mounted unit either. Worker unit? No, that's not it. Well, this doesn't really help me at all. Where's my, like, animal unit thing? That would actually be helpful. Okay, let's see. So, tamed. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Where is subdued? Alright, I can't find it. Whatever. Let's see. Yeah. It's fine. We'll figure it out someday. Okay, make your way over here. Alright, there is another Dutch town. Keep searching around. Alright. When we could go further north, we'd actually start to see space, because the space area is technically, like, up here, north of the North Pole. That's how the map is. As you probably remember from when I showed, by accident in the World Editor, the mini-map. So, that's what would appear up there if we could see beyond the North Pole. Alright, walls and Cedrone are done. Nice. Okay, what next? We can get a number of very cheap buildings, so let's just go ahead, yeah. This place doesn't need any other particular specialization. Grab the Thieves' Hideout, the Burial Ground, the Bone Tradition. Yeah, all of this stuff. All the Gatherers, the Bamboo Armor. Yeah. Let's get through that, and we'll check back in. Are we building any more? We should probably build a few more of these guys. Let's build maybe 2 more to help out with the Wonder, because I want to get to work over here on the other stuff. I've delayed it long enough. Let's see. Yeah, this is all fine. We could now get the Naval Standard animal mascot, which would be kind of neat, but not a major concern. Once this finishes, I think what we do is we start building our planned, our planned 8 sloth spearmen. Is there a reason to even wait until I get to siege warfare and then just build these guys? Because the upgrade may be quite expensive for a unit like this. This is a classical tech. Let's see how far away this is. Siege warfare. I think I looked before. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. So this requires ancient ballistics, which requires ancient machinery. So that one's I can get at any time. And then this requires construction. I have locks. I'd get ancient machinery. I got hydraulic mining. So this is a couple of techs away, but it's going to take a while to get there. But notably, the earlier one is not obsoleted by ancient warfare, so that wouldn't be a problem. He's obsolete with gunpowder, as is his successor. So I can just train these guys and then promote them. It's probably going to be expensive, but that's fine. This guy's not, like, a lot better. In fact, why would I actually promote them? Is there a reason I'd promote them? I guess, like, 8 strength is better than 7 strength, but I don't really see a very strong reason to make the switch. I could do something kind of funny with the units in play increase base cost thing by splitting the ones I have between pikemen and spearmen. It's an interesting idea. We'll see what we do, but yeah. Let's just get... I'm just going to literally queue them up. 8 of them. We'll have to see how this affects our military upkeep situation. Just those 8 shouldn't be... I mean, I guess let me pull out my calculator. It's, what, 15 per at the moment, I believe. believe so. Or was it 18 and then 25? Oh, it's 18 and then 25. So 18 times 8. Let's see. 18 times 8. 144. Well, we will start to have some problems. But it's for a good cause. It's to get ourselves a crazy animal army. That's worth it. I mean, honestly, we're actually not that much above our upkeep with our current archer army. And I can also... I don't need all the archers I currently have, to be completely honest. Yeah. I think I may, as I build these units, actually phase out some of these bowmen. I just don't think I need them all. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we do. Especially, hold on. Let's not forget, I could become Etruscan with, where do I get this from? What gives me Etruscan? I'm trying to remember. Was it this? No. Was it shipbuilding? No, that can't be it. Was it alphabet? Okay, let me find it this other way. Culture, because the Etruscans have that really good law enforcement. Oh yeah, right. It's law enforcement. That's the literal thing that gets me at. So what I'd want to do is I'd want to develop Etruscan culture in order to get the Hoplomachus, who also does look pretty cool. Yeah. This guy with Combat 3 and Sentry is going to be an insane guard unit. And even with just 15 allowed, and I guess it is 5 upkeep per, so there is that. But this does free up civilian upkeep, so I could have, my civilian... I could have more workers, I could have other stuff with civilian upkeep. This is pretty solid. And I believe I can build both this and also the civilian upkeep consuming guard. So there is that. Okay. Anyways. Let's see. Have we moved? Where are you? Yeah, one downside of having vision on all the towns is I can't find my guy as easily. I think he's around here somewhere. Oh, here he is. Okay. Let's continue. Oh, hold on. Before we continue, does anyone want to do any trading with me? Okay. Let's see. He's willing to give me a few resources. Not... Okay, nothing I really care about. Arabia. He's open to doing rite of passage. Okay, here's the question. Do I actually try to build improved relations with Arabia in the hopes that the other AIs don't dislike me for liking him and trading with him? Because trading with him would give me a lot of potential value. He's not trading with anyone right now. No one over there likes him. And I could probably sell him some of this stuff. He doesn't really have a lot, but look at all these resources. He's not trading any of this stuff with anyone because no one likes him. I don't think so. I think we stay frosty with him and then possibly go to war with our elephant army arriving to cause some mayhem. Alright, Dutch, let's see. Can you just trade me anything? No. He cannot. Okay. Alright, Bismarck, my Yoruba buddy. How about Scripture and Reincarnation? That's not going to cut it, my friend. How about math? What if I throw in... what is he like? I don't have anything that he wants. Alright, never mind. Alright. I could... Alright, I can't even do this stuff with him. I mean, he just doesn't have anything. He doesn't even have currency, so I can't even trade gold with him. That's a bit of a predicament. I guess I could trade him currency. Actually, I can't. I would need to trade him stuff to get to currency. Yeah, this guy... Yep, Egon is just a lost cause. My peace deal with him is for 178 turns. After this, I may go back to war with him if my army's in the area. I think it's just time to get this guy off the map. Johann is not really doing anything in that war as it stands, so that's fine. Let's just proceed. Oh. Do I... No, this is T, isn't it? Oh, it's resin. Oh yeah, that can be upgraded. When will it bother me about that again? I actually do want that to be upgraded. Yeah, because resin can be gotten from a lumberjack as well. Unfreeze by toggling city work here. Okay, next turn I think it should reset. Let's go ahead and grab this here. It's going to take 41 turns, but it will make this tile less frustrating to deal with. May as well. Alright. Do we have... Okay, I don't think I have open borders with Arabia, which will stifle my exploration quite a bit. Hold on, this is Polar Sea. Maybe we can get up here. I want to see if I can get open borders with him. We'll come back to that. Here he is. Trying to find all the city locations. Okay, you go kill this guy, and then the cheetah, if you can catch him. He is going to be pretty fast, in fairness. Oh, didn't even. Okay. I'm wondering if a city squeezed down here is even worth it. It'd be pretty rough, but I'm nervous about the Germans founding a city down here. They have a lot of units wandering around. Don't love it. That's the sort of nonsense that this German AI would do, in my opinion. I think just a rite of passage to let my ship go through, if it needs that. It is an exploration ship, so maybe it can just go through. Let's find out. Okay. Go ahead and improve it. Nice. Yeah, that makes it a lot better. 220 over here now. Excellent. Group is spread in Tula. Okay. Road over here, and work on that. Are these being upgraded to... Oh, these are already wineries. Okay, never mind. I've already improved that. Okay.
Don't give them no chance.
The crime here is slowly decreasing. Very slowly. Is there anything else I can do that's going to help? Nothing that helps, that's for sure. Well, let's not get anything that hurts, at least. Let's grab... let's see. Let's grab the very cheap fresco maker, the augur, the dried fruit maker. May as well... Let's see here. I mean, it's pretty cheap. Grab the graveyard. And let's get the smiths as well while we're here. And then lie, and then the cheese shop. Yeah, that's fine for now. Okay. Oh, I can't just go through here. Okay, well, I will do exactly that. Where's all this border? Oh, here we go. Bretto. And we found Bretto. Let's go kill this guy. Okay. When do we get Inquisitors? I'm just kind of curious. Let me look in my trusty wiki. This would be a spreading unit, I think, technically. Misc unit? Maybe not. Let's see. I have to do it this way. Is it going to be under the name Inquisitor? I guess let's see. Here it is, Inquisitor. Okay. This requires fundamentalism. That's medieval. Okay. Well, there he is. May conduct an Inquisition mission. Interesting. And I need Inquisitorial as my religion thing. Okay, there we go. That's fine. If I can get the big three, Bismarck, Johann, and Itzcoatl, to be Yoruba and have Yoruba as their religion, I may do an Inquisition once that happens and cleanse my religion, cleanse the other religions from my towns. And if I'm allowed to do it in their towns, which would be kind of interesting, I'll do that too. But I may not be able to do that. But I could use diplomacy to basically barter with them to try to convince them to become inquisitional as well. That could be kind of interesting. Alright, I'm liking more and more this vision of each city being specialized for one particular role in my nation. And that's kind of how Civ 4 is played, but with this mod, it's so complete and so comprehensive. You kind of can't really specialize cities that way until pretty deep in, the way that I am, and you have time to really see what each city is good at. Like figuring out that Nurja has a lot of gold potential with its sea tiles, but not many resources to work. Same thing with Atapuerca. Let's see what else. Same thing with, I mean, all my cities actually have just a lot of different things they can do. Okay. Let's see. You go. Make your way over to this border area and then come back north, I think. Having open borders with everyone makes this a lot easier. That's a sure thing. Okay. Back down we go. I was thinking more about my hypothetical C2C mod. It's like when I love a game enough, my inclination is to try to mod it to make my own spin on it. But I think it'd be really cool if the prehistoric age actually was truly pre-settled and you never had a founded city. Like other, civilization-style games have done something like that. I think Humankind, maybe that was the one that had a prehistoric age from a DLC. But it'd be really interesting if in C2C, which it'd be hard to do in this game's engine, given how everything works. Not like the graphical engine, but like the gameplay engine. Like, how would that even work to not have settled cities? But I think it could be done. Like, something interesting could be done for sure. It'd be really interesting to try. Yeah, there's Cassite. To try to make a prehistoric age that actually is truly like, hunter-gatherer, where your only food is coming from hunting. I'd have to really think about how that would work. It's an interesting sort of thought experiment, though, or like a kind of... it's an interesting kind of a challenge, kind of a notion to try to think through it. Probably, I'd have... if I could somehow code the city to move, I'd have the moving city be your, like, tribe, but it would be sort of like a combination of a city and a unit. And then you need to basically hunt and then bring food to the tribe, but you have to move the tribe around to avoid dangerous animals or other, like, barbs. That could be really interesting. Create a play style where you basically spend the prehistoric age looking for your settlement spot, and then once you hit the ancient age, you then settle there, but you've like explored around a lot. That'd be really cool, actually. Really change the dynamic. What am I doing over here? You finished your first couple of builds, so you get to work on the next couple of things here. Just standard. That's fine. Standard stuff here. Okay. Just getting the basic stuff everywhere. But yeah, that could be really interesting. And have the prehistoric age be more about exploration before you kind of settle and you kind of lose knowledge of the greater area. I mean, the thing is, like, the prehistoric people didn't really explore that much. They kind of, like, had an area that they, like a region that they lived within. But it's not like they were traveling around the whole continent of, like, Africa. They were in, like, a region, and then that was, like, their area. Like other animals, you would have like a watering hole or like a source of fresh water, and then you'd maybe, with the dry season, you'd like go where the water is, or you'd go where the animals are. Like other apex predators, early humans would. They would travel like in these ranges, but they weren't like going to completely new environments every day, right? It's not like the age of exploration or whatever. It's like you're kind of living in a sort of semi-nomadic environment, right? So I think that'd be interesting to kind of depict, and even have maybe a choice you make between playing that age truly nomadic, where you are always moving and like exploring, and like semi-nomadic, where you are living in kind of a region and you need to stay in that region. Interesting. Let's see. Go ahead now and get all of this roaded too. Or the option maybe if you do actually settle and you represent like the really rare early settlements because of like a really good resource, but you would need a really, really good resource to do it. I think that'd be pretty interesting. It would make the prehistoric age less of kind of slogging through just getting everything set up, which I enjoy that, obviously. I mean, obviously, but I know that that's like a big... I can go into deep sea? Really? Well, that's interesting. I know that it's kind of a big, sort of, what's the term? It kind of makes this mod less accessible. I mean, there's a lot of things about this mod that don't make it very accessible to people, but it's a big kind of a barrier of entry is what I'm trying to say. It's a big barrier of entry. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. This is a problem. You need to get over here and deal with this right away. I may even put him on to speed to get this bear out of the way, just when most supply trains are coming. But yeah, I think that'd be really interesting. I'd also want to have, another idea that I've had is to somehow get more maps that have the space element. Like, the space element is fairly fixed. All the space maps have pretty much, as far as I know, like the same basic layout, maybe some differences in how resources in space spawn, but then the actual Earth map, or not, it's not a map of the Earth, but like the Earth, like planet map, like where I am right now in the game, is essentially preset. And while it seems as though this is just an issue with how the map generation works, you can't generate a space map the way you can generate a regular, like, Civ4 map. Having more of these preset maps would be nice. So I may make one of my own. I don't know. Lots to think about. But yeah, I think having a more like semi-nomadic... Alright, well that's just great. Good riddance. Yeah, that's too bad. Having a semi-nomadic arrangement would be, I think, kind of interesting. Aha. Interesting. Alright, you continue to scout about. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And I think that Civ 4's engine, like gameplay engine, can be kind of retrofitted to make that work. It just would take some creative modding. But C2C already does a lot of really creative stuff with the changes it does make. So I think it's completely in line with what can be done here. And we'll get to the frontier outpost. Could I... Well, not could I, but should I potentially whip in Caceres? I don't think so. This place can continue growing just okay for now. Should be fine. After this, though, we should grab the oil lamp and the locksmith. And the town watch as well. Yeah. I think that'd be kind of a cool idea. And a lot of the buildings in the current version prehistoric C2C already kind of make sense in like my envisioned semi-nomadic version, where these could be upgrades to your moving city unit. I think the tricky part is getting the city gameplay kind of system to work on a moving unit. That's the requirement to have this whole idea work. Or if the city like infrastructure could like somehow be like packed up and moved, kind of like the hordes in Total War Attila, where it's like in a horde unit, or it's in a horde with the army, and then when you like encamp, all the buildings are interactable again, and they kind of turn back on. That could be really interesting if that could be done here somehow. And the Dutch are finishing missions. Good for them. Alright, these guys have arrived. Get to work on that there. Alright. Yeah, we can't go any further. Can we see space? Not quite. I know it's up there, though. I know it's up there. If we could go up here, maybe we could see it. That's too bad. I wish I could go over here just to explore, but it's not meant to be. I'm a little tempted to, and this would be crazy to do this, to use the world builder to move my ship over, and we'll just say we found basically the Northwest Passage of this world. That feels like a little much even for me. But I think I could I think people would understand if I did that. Because ultimately, we'd still get stuck on this ice over here. So we can't like fully explore everything with this boat right now. Eventually, we'll be able to build a ship here to explore the southern area and the inner sea. But the chance of us getting a boat over here is very far away. I'm really thinking about it. I wonder if this works, if I can actually move it that way. I think that's too far even for me. I have a limit to how much I'm willing to do cheesy stuff with the world editor, so we'll leave it at that. Okay. You guys go ahead and get that winery constructed. Nice. And you guys get the mushroom gatherer constructed. I think one way I can make this idea work, thinking about the way Civ 4's engine, like, and I say engine, like the gameplay systems work, is basically have the ancestral band unit, which could be basically your city unit during the prehistoric age until you get to ancient lifestyle. Have it actually, when it stands on a resource, it like collects the resource, but then when it moves off of it, it stops collecting it. That would kind of represent gathering. And then you would get the yields from the resource, or from like the tile, while you're standing there, and then when you move, you stop collecting it. That's basically, I mean, that I could see that working. And there's not much going on right now in the game, so I'm just kind of thinking about other stuff, but hope you all understand that or don't mind that. Did I forget to move this guy? Oh my god. This bear is going to ruin my life. Oh. What do you want? He wants to offer me a rite of passage. I'm going to say no for now. Oh, we can't just go through the bear. Oh, okay. Oh, I got distracted by attacking something. Alright, well, just never mind about that then. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You just give me vision along here. Alright, go see what's going on over here. Okay, looks good. Trying to get me to go to war with Arabia. I don't want to keep putting him off, but can't afford a war right now. Just wait. We'll get there. Don't worry. It's on my to-do list. Okay. Especially not with my guy here. Let's get out of Arab waters here. Let's see. Let's get some more. Let's actually get the ancient customs over here at last. Yeah, definitely want to get that. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my food really quick, so skip ahead to a couple seconds in the future when I return. Well, you're back. And I've got the food. My girlfriend prepared some ramen and dumplings. She is the goat. So, I'm going to enjoy that. Also grabbed myself a root beer. This coffee wasn't enough acid for my poor stomach. Okay, let's continue. That guy needs to get some mobility soon. This is getting rough. You work on this. Okay. I think I've explored over here, but just to be thorough, let's go check. Alright, get out of the way. Okay. I could probably just give him a return home order, but I'm a bit worried about enemy pirate ships in the way. We shall see. May present a problem. It may not. We'll find out. This area here has not been claimed by anyone. Interesting. I believe the Germans can kind of escort me through their area. Safe from pirates over here, at least. I also like I really like the C2C design element of developing different cultures through technologies. I think that's a really cool way to kind of have what Civ 7 is sort of trying to do with civilizations that are historically connected with a development like coming later, as opposed to like everyone starting in the ancient age, which of course is very anachronistic for a lot of civs. I think it's a much better idea of that system because it's opt-in and like you're making a choice. Like it's an expensive wonder to create that culture, but then the benefit is very situational. Like a lot of the cultures with their one unit that they provide are providing an extremely specific kind of bonus, which may or may not actually be situationally useful. So it encourages you to really think about like in my like land that I'm in and like my environment, is this culture going to do well? Will this make sense or what? Which I like that element of it. And I'm actually wondering, in my version of C2C, I'm just kind of like throwing out ideas here, so this is not me declaring this will be the way I do it if I do it. You have gotten All right, you're running out of stuff you can actually, like, this guy here is running out of stuff you can actually get. Let's see. I guess I can always give city garrison, but I guess let's go for maybe non-lethal force next. And all of these guys get back onto crime fighting. Yeah. But I think one idea that I had is, what if in my hypothetical C2C version, you don't even start as a preset civ. You start as basically like a template blank culture, and then you basically develop your culture through technology, which is how things worked in history. Like, take the system in C2C and expand it to be like the full scope of things. I think that'd be really interesting. And then you could basically have a culture to culture development, which is custom to your game. Like, you could go from, and not even connected to, like, you know, European or North American. Like, you could go from, like, I don't know, like the Toltecs with the South American culture to like the Etruscans or something. I don't know. Like, that'd be really interesting. It wouldn't really make much like sense. It's not as much of a simulation thing, but I think that's fine. Like, these games are not meant to be historically like recreating history. They're meant to simulate how history could go. So I like that openness. It creates a lot of really interesting like culture combinations. Lots to think about. Lots to think about. Ah, here we go. Knew you'd show up again. Alright, good thing I've been quick saving as consistently as I have been, so we hopefully avoid too much of a setback there. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of a cool idea. Like, you start in the prehistoric age with a civ that has no like preset identity. Maybe you do still have a historical leader. Like, I think that's fine. Which is, again, also kind of how Civ 7 does it. Like, I don't even like Civ 7, but I'm just kind of reinventing Civ 7, weirdly. But I think that'd be interesting. Maybe the preset leaders still provide their, like, personality. I think that's an interesting part of the game. Like, if you know the history of the leader, you can kind of guess what their personality will be. I like the trait system a lot. I don't need to change that. But yeah, I think it's an interesting idea. Alright. Alright, OBS, I need you to pull through. The game is loaded. Render it, please. You're stuck on the black screen. Come on, the game's loaded in right now. It didn't crash on me. I just need you to also load in here. Come on, OBS. OBS. Alright. Let's reload the game so OBS fucking sees it. It's like I'm facing 2 layers of technical exhaustion. You've got the game crashing, you've got OBS failing to find it. Like, I've told OBS, like, look, here it is, it's loaded up beyond the sword. It knows where to connect the visuals from. All you have to do is, when the game relaunches, as it's doing right now, is to realize the game is open again. That's all you have to do, OBS. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It just, every time it's a complete coin flip whether it works or not. Okay. Now we quick load to get to where we were. Okay. Alright, nice. This looks about right. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool, because then you would actually get... You'd basically have what actually happens in history, where cultures develop because of their material conditions, which is to say, like, the terrain, the resources, other factors that of, like, what was there before, right? Like, that's how culture develops, right? It's not, like, organized from some up-high point of view. It's a down-to-earth, like, reactive process that is based on the material conditions of the world around it. And so the game could kind of simulate that. I think that'd be really interesting. Yeah, I think that would be very cool. Pumpkin in Hortus. Oh, the pumpkin is right here. Well, that's interesting. This kind of messes up this tile's potential as like a mine. I mean, I could just keep it as a mine, but this was... I mean, can I even build a farm on a hill? I think I can. I can, okay. Let's head over there, and we will actually build the farm once we finish that. We gotta do this again. Oh wait, I think we may have been one turn behind where I was. That's why things are feeling oddly familiar. We got deja vu going on here. Okay. You head over here now. Okay. Now, quick save and proceed. Yeah, I like this idea a lot, actually, and I wonder if I could even come up with enough stuff to have an additional building per culture. So it's like in Vanilla Civ 4, where it's a unit and a building. You might say, well, don't many cultures not really have like enough information to like make a building based off them? To be real, a lot of these old cultures were also really speculating for the units, right? So I think you can come up with something for every culture, just given some time. At least something, even if it's not like super connected to that particular culture, something that gives the culture a unique gameplay situation. And these buildings would be replacements for like a building that you would get with the... Oh, interesting. That you would actually get with the culture being unlocked. So you would know if you want to get that culture's... If you want to develop into that culture, you would not build that building, or it would like upgrade automatically. I don't know exactly how it would happen, but it would happen in some way or another. All right, nice. This is out of range for now, but in the future, it will be in range. All right, let's see. I guess let's go work over here and get a mushroom gatherer here as well. All right. Okay, now we got a bit of visibility up here. Yeah, Bismarck just captured this. So this is the front line of the war. We've got Full Rot getting a front row seat to that. Can we get our way? Yeah, we definitely can. Finish Cloud Patterns very shortly here. These guys are just developing bronze working now. Good God, that's dire. All right. Yeah, I'm liking this idea a lot. I actually think after I do this recording session, I'm gonna literally start working on this project. Like, I've got so much going on. Like, my list of projects is ever expanding, but I really like C2C, and I think this could be a really interesting way to, like, not necessarily like improve it. Like, this is not an alternative to what this mod currently does. It's just like a different version of a similar idea. Yeah, I don't know what the modders of C2C, like how they feel about people making mods of their mod. I mean, this mod's been worked on for like 2 decades, so it's probably not even like one consistent team of people. So I have no clue what they would think about what I'm talking about, but I don't have to like release it. Like, this could just be something I make for myself, honestly. Okay, it's Squaddle adopted Divine Cult. Interesting. I thought we had that before. Who knows? But yeah, I'm thinking some thoughts here. Thinking some thoughts. Okay. Let's just keep, yeah, as I thought, there seems to be some colonization of this drier area by the desert. I knew it would happen eventually. How are we doing on espionage? Let's keep focusing on its coatl. We're not gonna catch up to this guy if he's pouring like trillions into espionage against me. But with Johann and with Bismarck, we are perfectly fine. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. All right.
So the whirlwind originates in the failure of an incipient hurricane to escape from its cloud due to the resistance, which generates the eddy.
Is this the Twitch voice generator?
To the earth.
What? That's also not... Where's the rest? Where's the rest of the quote? What the fuck is this? I don't know why I thought that was so funny. It's just... Could no one voice this one? Okay, that's... Oh my god, that's a lot. Alright. Let's just proceed. Oh, this is actually in reach now as well, isn't it? Yeah, more tobacco. I should get more tobacco. I can get more drugs to sell to people. Well, speaking of selling stuff to people... What are you doing? Why are you not saving all your money to give it to me? Ugh, alright. Netherlands. If you would just trade with me, we'd become the best of friends. Really wouldn't be too out of the question. Alright, Germany. Okay. What if I gave you all three of these? Okay, now he offers me math. Holy Christ. Okay. Let's see. The Frontier Outpost. Is that the... Which one is that one? That's the Fortified Outpost. Okay, it's the earlier one. Where would this not be? Frontier Outpost. Oh, it's this one here. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, because then we get the one that's next up. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Alright, Germany. I have besmirched you many times. And for that, I don't apologize because you deserved it. But I'm happy that you're now offering me mathematics. 1280. I mean, fine. I don't suppose. Alright, he's going to say no, but... Alright. Fair enough. I'll just take your fortune. I'm not going to bother with the gold per turn. Let's accept this deal. I wonder... Oh. Okay. I guess I'll hold on to reincarnation for now. Yeah, let's go for this deal.
If in other sciences we should arrive at certainty without doubt and truth without error, it behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge in mathematics.
Great Wall of China is really good. All right, let's close this here. And then, actually, let's see. I shouldn't have closed it. Let's see exactly what we got from mathematics. So we can build forts. Palisades are upgradable into forts. We get 50% more production from chopping. We can build the Pantheon building, and we also get some bonuses from Lumberjack and the Geoglyph. This also leads to democracy. Very nice. All right, we will come back to that later. We're almost done. The last one for us to get is blast blowing, which we're currently working on. Okay. Let's take a look at the wonders we've unlocked. Alright, so we've got the Nazca lines. We get the geoglyph plans, which I'm guessing is pretty valuable. Random benefits with era advances. Interesting. Great Wall of China prevents barbs from entering borders on continent. I mean, that we're on a Pangea, so that's obviously pretty good. +1 hammers from engineers. That could be quite good. That would make these 5 hammer specialists, which makes them pretty competitive, actually. If I go for more engineers in the future, that might be worth it, but Archimedes Workshop. Okay, actually, these are both. Oh wow! If I really wanted to go for an engineer specialist strat, the two of them together could be really good. Also get the Helvetian culture. Anything of interest here? The Tigririni Scouts. Okay, this is a with road building. This is an explorer replacement. Let's see. He starts with a bunch of actually a bunch of really good stuff for a recon unit. I don't really need recon units at this stage. I've got full rot if I need to make use of someone to scout around. So, all right, pretty good. I think that's a good trade. And math is expensive, so that was a. I think I'm getting my money's worth by doing these tech for tech trades, and I also got literal money too, which of course is nice as well. Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, since you brought it up, Bismarck. What if I gave you reincarnation? And what if I also gave you a bunch of gold? Alright, well, never mind. Would you pay me for reincarnation? Yeah, he would. That's fine, though. Not enough. Alright, Netherlands. How about some T for T action? Bro, what do you want from me? This guy. Just can't get anything going with this guy. Alright, Aztecs? Alright, I've got a lot I can offer him. Oh, he wants it all. Okay, well. I mean, this is probably fine. Okay, let me actually do some math here to see how fine this might be. Let's see. Pull up the calculator app. Okay, 7, 6. I'm literally doing this. 8, 4, 6. And this is worth 2, 7, 951. And this is worth 35689. And this is worth, okay, yeah. So it's about a different, actually I can say not just about, I know exactly how much. 194. So this is basically a loss to us of about 26,000 beakers and the gold, which I can probably take off of this. But I think it's still fine to get geometry. Okay, he agrees.
Let none but geometers enter here.
All right. Also, you can't see this very easily. Let me turn my camera off so you can see. Look what this did to my world map, because it centered the map. It revealed how vertical this map actually is. In fact, I can show you a bit better on... Yeah. So, actually, I think this was shown like this before, but yeah. Now this part here is also visible over here. So yeah. What this actually does in practice is it makes the minimap not very helpful for me, because I can't see anything on the minimap now. That's just great. Oh. Well, this is new. What on earth? Okay. It's a bit glitchy because of the space stuff, but okay, let's not click that again. That's a little messy. All right, what are we doing here? Let's get the wolf enclosure. You continue along. Germans took this over. All right. There's a Tadmir, which the Germans took. Elephant riders for Saladin. Okay. Let me check actually as well. What did this lead me to? Yeah, just more production from chopping, which is nice. And it gets me closer to some other stuff that I need. Okay. I should have quick saved. Catastrophic error. It's going to crash right now. Just you watch. I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Will it do it? Okay, I think we're getting through okay. Alright. You never know with this game. Saladin's founding new cities. Well, that's brave under the circumstances. I'm so ready to start building military units. I'm nearly 5 times weaker than Germany. Like, this is getting insane. I know he likes me a lot, but he is my neighbor. So I gotta start making moves here. You have arrived. Interesting. Wait, that was, where was that? It wasn't one of these ones. Okay, that's what I cared about. It was over here somewhere. Okay, anyways. I'll go ahead and add to the production there. 5 turns away now. Okay, you head over here, kill this opossum. Or wait, what are you? Yeah, you're an opossum. Yeah, or try to kill him. Do your best, I guess. Ah. Well, okay, my strategy is actually working. We did stop this guy. Who wants to go in for the attack? Let's have the Chattel Peron go in for the kill. There might be another ship on the way over. That seems to happen. So let's back up and remain ready to face whatever may come. Okay. We're also approaching 6K research while at 100%. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, you guys here. Let's see. I can't build a... I guess it doesn't need fresh water? Why did I think that? Okay, whatever. Don't worry about that. Go get the tobacco. Connect it up, please. Alright. Get back over here. Actually, no, stay right there and just fortify until healed. You go back to sleep. Now we're approaching pirate land. Let's keep our eyes peeled. Okay. This is done. Stop. Stop doing that, please. I beg of you. Alright, this is actually technically better at the moment. Yeah, this place has so much potential. This fort here, though, has got to go. This is so annoying. I should have destroyed this when I had the chance. I can't even pillage it now, unless I go to war with the Aztecs. It's so annoying. So insanely annoying. Let's see. We have guinea pigs up here. I mean, I may as well come up here and get them connected. We'll get a second copy of guinea pigs, finally. It's been a while. The hunting preserve for the guinea pigs? I suppose so. Let's go for it. Okay. You get over here. And, head over here. I also think one way, in my hypothetical C2C mod, one way to make the prehistoric age feel more like, you know, exploration is have the fog of war go back to its, like, completely blackened state, like the unexplored level, until you develop, like, oral history or whatever to represent how knowledge of, like, the land is ethereal. Alright. Okay. Head over here. Yeah. Get some updates on what's going on over there. If someone finishes this wonder in the next couple turns, I'm gonna be pretty mad. I think it's very unlikely. These AIs are not focusing on wonder building at all. We should be able to catch up. I should say they are unlikely to catch up if they are trying. Okay. Well, can you go and trade gold now? What? Maybe I need an embassy to do this. Maybe. Oh, interesting. Oh, right. I forgot. Let's just go around. Yeah. I like how knowledge of geometry gave us essentially perfect knowledge of the shape of the cosmos, which is a bit of an overstatement of what geometry lets you do. But I guess geometry does give you some good scientific knowledge. Alright. If the AI doesn't build this wonder on the next turn load, then we'll get it, because we'll win the wonder tie. If there is one, which there probably won't be. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Once I get glass blowing, I'll also start beelining my way for Republic to get democracy. Or wait, no, it's democracy to get Republic. Right? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Democracy is the tech. Republic is the... See, this is so confusing. I can never remember what the order is between the two. Alright, you just go back to sleep. Oh, hello there. Oh, yeah. Okay, next turn, the fun begins. In a very long-term sense. The fun will not really begin for a while, but we are getting closer to the fun beginning, I guess. Work this, actually. Yeah, thank you. In fact, actually, that's all we can do. We got 4 specialists available. Oh my gosh. There we go. Please stick with it. Do I have something selected that's making the game like keep changing this? I never thought about it, but maybe I have like an automatic thing selected somewhere. None of this is turned on. This is not turned on. Is it like in the options? No. I don't know. It's just Civ 4 being Civ 4. Alright. Echo Masharti. Here we come. Germany has reached 6 strength compared to me. Yikes. Definitely want to get building his units now. It's certainly time for it. Okay. There it is. Nice. Our first Mapinguari is under construction now. Excellent. Okay, things around here are pretty much the same. Oh, it's just the Arabic fort style. I was like, what is that building? That's what that was. Okay. These guys are going to be built really quick. 24 starting. That's really good. Yeah, rank 3. Rank 4 would be 36, I believe. So yeah, that is all fine. Okay. And actually, with glass blowing, we'll be at the end of our Ancient Age tech order. There's nothing left except for techs that unlock religions, which I've passed over. Okay, what's next then in this age? Getting this would be nice before we actually have our revolt into democracy. But let's see what democracy needs. So it needs currency and mathematics. Well, good thing we got mathematics. We, of course, got currency earlier. And then it directly requires code of law, which needs oratory, which we have. That's back here somewhere. Yeah, we could just go straight there, can't we? Yeah, honestly, let's do that. So this gives us a republic, legislature, and proletariat. Let's see what this is going to look like. So, obviously republic gives us reduced maintenance, which is going to be very nice. But the main thing it does increases the soft cap to 15 from 12. And it also provides additional bonuses. Gives us 10% as opposed to, actually it's still 10%. 15% free military versus nothing from here. Okay, so we'll lose a bit of military upkeep. 1 XP from monarchy. Nothing over here, but we have a lot of XP sources, so that's not a problem. Let's see. 1 trade route per city is insane. Very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, we definitely want to do this. This is worth doing. Okay. And then, what are the other things? Legislature. Let's see. So this is less maintenance. Well, it's about the same maintenance. It's similar maintenance. More birth rate. That's pretty good. We get conscription. More bonuses. Yeah, this is good. And then what else? Is it proletariat? Yeah, so we actually skip over bourgeoisie. Interesting. So we can just go straight here. 15-15-3 versus 10-15-2. Substantial savings in upkeep. But we miss out on having the infinite scientists, which could be an issue. But we actually aren't running that many scientists right now. All of our cities have a lot to work at the moment. And let's compare, let's see. So we have a higher birth rate. Yeah, we actually have a 15% increase, basically, plus 1 happiness everywhere. The military unit production thing and the experience points does go away. That should still be fine, though. Lots of bonuses. I think this is worth switching to as well. I think we do a big anarchy revolt into all 3 simultaneously. Yeah, I think that is wise. It's going to be a generally good for our economy, both for reducing maintenance and also for providing more trade routes and making our cities stronger. Okay. Let's proceed. I think what I will do, because no one has actually, and no one, by which I mean the Dutch, have not actually killed the Aborigines yet, I may test my fully constructed army on them and like ransack their city for some tech. They're not going to be that. It's not going to be that valuable. And then, depending on how that goes, I may go to war with Arabia and like join in while I'm in the area. But only when my army is closer will I do that sort of stuff.
People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Ishtar Gate. Oh, this is the Mesopotamian building. Never mind. Red and black ware painter. Oh, this could be kind of valuable, because this is a resource I think the AI will like. Potash. Glass blower's workshop. Okay. Alright, we are now fully done in every sense with the Ancient Age. Classical Age, here we go.
You can walk good.
Okay. Let's also see, can we build? We can build. Okay, good. So, let's see. Not you. Oh, you can actually see... Yeah, you can actually see invisible. Civilian branch. Or the dogs. These are military branch. I should maybe have guides actually live in my cities, seeing invisible. That actually kind of makes some sense. This frees up more military upkeep for my other units. Yeah, 29. This is so much. Alright, so let's get our sloths built. And then... Let's build the sloth, then we'll take stock. One thing at a time here. Will anyone do any interesting trades with me now? How much longer are my deals for? 7 turns away, alright. In 7 turns, let's check back in on the deal situation. The wheeling and dealing situation, as they say. Alright, now get the plant picking camp. Oh my gosh, what? Oh. Well, I can just see the asteroids if I look. Here they are. Well, little sneak peek at the asteroid situation. That's kind of funny. Those render in the dark. What else renders up here? More asteroids? I can't, like, see what they are, but that's really funny. I wasn't expecting to see these guys up here. Huh. Well, interesting. Oh. Yeah. The Earth is going to look really weird when we're zoomed out like this. It'll be like a really big oval, like a big egg. The egg-shaped universe. Love to see it. Alright, Ancient Customs is done. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff here. Yeah. Nice. Alright, Benolus also needs something to work on. Finish the smelters. Good. Hippo camp. Interesting. I think this is fine for now. I should also figure out my next 3 city locations. Possibly 4. I think I can probably push the soft cap a little bit here. He wants me to give him glass blowing. I mean, the joke writes itself. No, I'm not going to help you out. If you want to buy it from me, maybe also reincarnation. How about just reincarnation? I'll give him this for... This is about a turn. It's more valuable than this, but he's not going to give me a fair deal. I'll just take the gold. Alright. Alright, this is done. Nice. Ooh, yeah. Good stuff up here. Oh, yes. Alright, you guys. We have more elephants now. Excellent. Let me actually plan out if I want to do 3 or 4 cities and where they're going to go. I can afford that, I think, at this point. Pretty reliably. Okay. Should have realized this guy was in the way. That's my mistake. Okay. So, happiness around here is pretty solid. Yeah, it's... I can get above the... I think I can push... I can probably push like 2 above the soft cap and deal with it from there. Especially now that I have adjusted to... obviously, I've adjusted to the Ancient Age changes. Or the classical... Yeah, the Ancient Age changes and all that stuff. So, or no, what am I talking about? SVN. I adjusted to the SVN changes. I'm getting a bunch of stuff in my head mixed up. So, if I were to build 5 cities, which is kind of insane, that's nearly like doubling my size right there. Wait. What's... Oh yeah, Shift F5. I was like, what's the quick save button? I just literally forgot what it was. Catastrophic. Alright. Let's do some planning here. So assuming there's nothing over here right now, which I don't think there is, let's plan assuming that there's not. This fort is the bane of my life, but I can probably push its influence out with culture. It's so stupid because... Okay, you know what? Alright. Some of you are not going to approve of this, but I'm doing it. No, wrong one. There we go. I'm going into the world editor. I'm going to remove that fort because there's no counterplay on this fort that they just randomly took over that they didn't even build, and I can't do anything about it. It's just going to ruin my day. So let's enter the world builder and just remove the fort. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to remove this fort that I could have pillaged if I had realized I couldn't get rid of it later. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? Map mode? Improvements. Okay, so this is a fort. There we go. Okay. Exit the world builder. Okay. The fort has been removed. We're going to chalk this up to... Oh wait, hold on. We have the glitch again. It's showing everything. That is not accurate. Let me quick save and quick load. Hopefully that fixes it. It's probably going to crash the game when I do this. Just as I thought. Here we go again. The game is punishing me for trying to make myself not suffer from the one stupid fort. I mean, if I could, like, pillage it for a dip downside with the Aztecs, I'd be fine with that. Like, that'd be fair. But I can't literally do anything without going to war with them, which is so stupid. Like, this is not even for, like, defensive purposes. Like, I'm not going to go to war with the Aztecs. This is just to make my own sanity better. That's it. Alright. I'll have to load the quick save once I get in, so we're going to be on the wrong year. That's okay. Where'd my glasses go? Actually, where did they go? I have no idea where I put them. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Alright. This looks about right. Okay. The fort is gone. This should start to decay because it's outside of city influence, so that's what I care about. So you wake up and you head back over here. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead now with the original plan and get all this addressed. All right, bear map. Okay, let's see. So let's first of all place our... I'm making it white, by the way, so it's easier for me to see. That's the only reason. Okay. So this was Boudica's capital, was like right here. And this is not a terrible spot for me either. This would be on the coast, which is nice. I don't really want to be on taiga on the coast. Forest marsh is a bit dubious. And this is pretty far from these resources. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. There's no upside there. This here is a bit of an ambitious location. It doesn't even cover everything, but this would be, I think, a little bit of a better spot in terms of being out of the cold. It is in a marsh, which isn't great, but lots of resources, lots of tobacco nearby. It'll stretch out over here in time. Yeah, this city has a lot of resource potential. And then one more city squeezed up here. Probably here. Yeah, this is another really solid spot. It's also muddy as well, but it is on the fresh water. Yeah. That's probably as far as I push this way. I don't really want to build a city like right here or whatever. Like, this is fine. And this is also right next to the German city too, so we've got two cities here. And then I do want to get a city to control this resource-rich area right here. And this area is dry, no fresh water nearby, no sea, so we just got to find the best spot in terms of yields. I guess actually not even in terms of yield, but like in terms of location. So let's see. Going right here feels like the right move. So this would be hill, bamboo, grassland. I like this being on a hill because of the defensive bonus. We have to think about that with Bismarck right there. I hope I can delay his eventual declaration on me, but I gotta be realistic about that. Okay, up here, I think a city kind of in this valley here makes some sense to help pick up the resources over here. Although actually, hold on, we do have, let's see. Yeah, something like this would be another like really strong production city. And it'd be defensible too. Let's see here. I could also control this with a fort, honestly. Building a fort that extends the control over here wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's see. That's their city there, so you gotta kind of squeeze in here somewhere. The obsidian and the dry barley give me something to work with. Let's see. Is this too close? This may be too close to be allowed. I think this is okay if I were to build it here. This might be a better spot right here. Yeah. And then where should the last city go? I think getting a city over here would be really aggressive. Also getting pretty far from Atapuerca. So maybe we shouldn't go that crazy. But I do want to kind of get this stuff before Germany slides in. This is another really strong location. With the sulfur, fine clay. Yeah. I think getting a city around here, like this area here is going to be too contested by the Germans, but something up here would be doable with the lead. Where exactly would it go, though? I think here would be fine. Yeah. So, okay. We've got a aggressive 5 city locations. Let's see if we can make this happen. I'm hopeful that this could potentially be doable. Okay. The maintenance problems will be catastrophic, but you gotta spend money to make money, and this has the specific goal of securing ourselves a border that we can then push and shove with the Germans over. They're my religion. We've got a bunch of trade stuff going on. They're gonna like me. Border tension won't undo this, so I can still keep things under control with Bismarck. It'll just take some finessing. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, 24 XP. Here's the idea with this unit, is that we give it armed guard, which makes it really good at defending my stacks. And its animal type also really helps with this. So let's see. Let me consider the... I want to do this the right way. So let's really carefully consider how we're upgrading these guys in terms of the upgrade tree. Promotion tree. Okay, this is not super helpful, but whatever. Let's see, so... Can I even see... Oh, here it is. No, that's air defense. That's a different thing. It's over here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Alright. Whatever. Okay, so here's the idea. So let me do a quick save. And double check one last time these guys can get defensive bonuses. Yep, they can. Armed Guard 1, Armed Guard 2, and Armed Guard 3. Alright. These sloths are going to be my army guards. That's their job. So, big defensive bonuses. And keep in mind, 7 strength is actually, when defending, 14 strength. So it's a 14 strength, then modified by armed guard. That's why I want to build these units, to be clear. This is why I'm so focused on these units. 14 strength, plus 3. I don't know if the plus 3 is before or after the percent modifier from defending. Assuming the sort of less ideal case scenario where it's after, so that's 14 plus 3 is 17 strength on defense. If it's before, then we're talking about 10 times 2, which is then 20. So 17 or 20 strength on defense, and then 25% more defense, 35% dynamic defense value. Pretty good. Pretty good. And let's see. And they can also do restful recovery, which is nice. So you go ahead and just fortify. All right. No. Don't do that. Lizard tail. You can just sleep over here, that's fine. Go kind of scout around and see what's going on around here. You barely have any movement, though. Do your best. Okay. You go ahead and get the path connected up here. Alright. Need this for a couple of turns. So the plan is, we make our way to democracy, and then when we finish the revolt into democracy, Temple of Artemis could be really good. Ooh, there's so many good things to consider. Then what we do is we go for law enforcement, which we can just do that right after. Yeah. Okay. That looks fine. Now, where should I get... So the other question is, should I get some of these settlers up and running? I could actually use these guys to guard the settlers, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that would be pretty good. Who can build settlers quick? How about Nerja? Not really. How about Banalus? 10 turns. 7 turns, that's a bit more like it. Also 17 turns away from growing, though. Let's see. I could probably... let's let Banalus grow, then we'll get the settlers out. Even if they're not ready to found the literal moment anarchy starts, like, it'll be fine. We're not going to be able to get there very quick at this rate either, with the amount of money we have to spend to get there. Let's let Banalus grow, and then we'll work on the settlers once it has... Actually, the additional pop won't really have anything super helpful. I guess the extra food would be helpful. It would be helpful, I guess, yeah. Okay. That's fine, then. Where is Full Rot at? He's up here somewhere, isn't he? Yeah, here he is. Also, with all these XP bonuses I've given myself, I may not need to get rid of aloof quite as urgently as I needed to before. It may be fine to keep running aloof. We'll see. If the trait thing ever pops up, who knows if it will or not. Hard to tell. Okay, well, there's one wonder building. Oh my gosh, one wonder building somewhere. What are we doing here? Get this paved. And then, yeah, work on that after. This guy needs to get woodsman, or forestry, I guess, technically. Okay. Three turns away, and then we can do some money moves with our good friends. I think I want to focus on especially trading with Bismarck. I really want to befriend him so he doesn't see me as in the way of his expansion and try to destroy me. That would be inopportune. Guys arrived. These guys can all honestly be deleted. I don't need these guys still. Yeah. Aha. I see. Ah. Well. Interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot. These guys are at war still as well. Okay. Ah. Nice. Okay. We love the monarch. Alright. Forced worker. You guys. You guys are done over here then. Okay. Another copy of tobacco. Excellent. May as well get this roaded up too. Alright, let me double check and make sure this is working correctly. It is. Okay, good. That's what I hoped would happen. I don't like using the world editor for stuff like that, but what are you gonna do? This is, it's the sort of thing where I just have no other option, and it's not like a big deal, but it would just really annoy me. Okay, I can go through the Aztec lands, which is convenient. Alright. Get a bit more visibility on what's going on over here. Maybe see some actual combat take place. Interesting. In fact, you know what? Yeah, let's allow for. What am I looking at here? Is it in here? No, what am I looking for? Oh, here it is. Show friendly moves. I'll show enemy moves too. Let's just kind of see what happens. I may regret this very quickly, but I may not regret this very quickly. Who knows? Not a guarantee of regret. And yeah, and then the 8 strength pikeman. Or wait, no. Yes, the 8 strength pikeman version will be going to 16, and then so it's like either 19 or like the like low 20s, plus all the defensive modifiers, which is insane. So yeah, you can see why even with kind of low strength rankings, or I should say ratings, not rankings, strength ratings, the actual defensive ability is really substantial. Alright. Well, here comes the Dutch bird movements and animals in general. Nice. That guy's like, where'd that fort go? He was the guy that was in the fort before. Now he's like, wait, where'd it go? Effectively, the god of this playthrough struck it down. It was not to be tolerated. Probably don't need to see all this now that I reflect on my life. Let's perhaps turn that all off, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Still has to process everyone's movements, though. Okay. Let's grab armor guard 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, just build a path here. Get pathed up. I would like to also expand up here, but I gotta get this taken care of. I'm worried the Germans are gonna found a city around here and screw all this up. In fact, I actually think getting these 3 cities founded is more of a priority than the coastal cities. I gotta stop the Germans where they are. Like, it's fine if they control what they currently control. Also need to turn that off there. But yeah, these 3 need to happen. All right. 13 turns away. Foreign advisor. What are we looking at? Don't crash on me. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay, we can do it now. Let's go ahead and throw down a hard save before we do anything here. Okay, actually, where are my glasses? I must have worn them downstairs and taken them off downstairs. They're just gone. I mean, they're blue light glasses, so I don't need them to see, but they just reduce the strain on my eyes. Okay, let's cancel all of our deals that can be canceled with everyone. Just get a clean slate. All the ones we can cancel, at least. Okay. Now, what can we do? Let's start with the Germans. Hello, Weereb. Yes, hello. Okay. He still wants glass blowing. Now he can trade me stuff for it. This is, I think, a better deal, because then I keep more of my resources. Let's see. Can I get even more out of this? How about lead ore as well? And what else? Sculptures. He'll agree to this deal. Okay. Yeah, this is basically... I don't even need to give him any actual trade goods. I mean, the thing is, I don't need to send my trade goods to him. I just want him to have, like, trade opinion with me, which this deal would give me. Because he would see this as a deal with me that he still likes. Hopefully. Yeah, I think this is fine. We accept your offer. Alright. Nice. Alright, let's hit up the Dutch next. Alright. How badly do you want reincarnation? How about you give me a little bit more than just that? How about you give me some cement? There we go. Is that all you have to offer? Well, that's, really. This guy. He is just... I mean, I guess it's biblically accurate Dutch behavior to just not be very easy to trade with. These guys historically were kind of doing some shenanigans with trading. All right, I'll pay. So 1K and cement, sure. I mean, I guess we don't know if he'll agree to this, but do you accept this deal? He'll go for this. That's fine. We accept your offer. Cha-ching. All right. Once they've got money, they can buy the resources I've got extra copies of. But only then. Alright, it's Coatl. How'd you like some glass blowing action? He'll give me all of his gold and 1 copy of dyes. How about some other stuff too? He has nothing else at all. Well, okay. Ugh. Could I give him magic instead? Is this lower? This is considered less valuable. I'll do this deal with you. Okay. And then we'll leave it at that. They don't have any money at all, so I've already drained them dry, as it were. So let's, I guess we'll just wait. I'll just hoard the resources myself. I mean, extra copies is not bad. They can come buy them for me when they want. Run this for a couple turns. Okay. these guys have finished up here. Another copy of elephants. Or of guinea pigs, rather. Okay, let's see if he'll trade lump gold for something. He suddenly has a bunch of gold as soon as I stop. Right. He'll go for this. Or he wants my tobacco bad. Holy crap. Alright. Cha-ching indeed. Bro just got fleeced. How about you? Where are they getting all this gold from? Alright. Do you have anything that I want at all? No. Alright. Hello. The Dutch. Alright. I'll give you a resource for all your gold. How would you like a little bit of a tobacco action? He's up for it, okay. I'll go for it. Nice. Alright, you guys. Let's actually, okay, controversial idea. Let's actually road our way up to this location. Like, so, well, specifically to here. Yeah, let's road to here. Should be fairly safe. Is that moose on? Oh no, it's near the mountain. I thought it might be on top of the mountain somehow. Okay. Golf turns for Banalus. I think there's a fort right here. That's pretty clever of them to set up a fort right there. Next turn, I'm going to check to see if they've got more gold for me. I mean, if I can just sell off my resources for, like, you know, 1k gold for one copy, like, that's fine. I'll do it. Well, like I said before, we're kind of balkanizing it. Trying to squeeze them for as much as possible. I've got most of the resources I need domestically. I don't really need to trade in resources for anything particular at this stage. Okay. You guys up in the path. Okay. I also want to send some missionaries over there, but one thing at a time here. Actually, speaking of which, in our Bretta, let's see. We can get this now, the shipwright. That would be pretty solid to be able to get a galley. Bring some more, like the next like diplomatic goal is to get Johann converted over as well. It's going to take some work though. Let's actually finish the Spearfisher and then just work on the shipwright right afterwards. I think that's fine. And then Carahuela. Actually, Carahuela could potentially be a good settler producing location as well. 7 turns. I mean, honestly, yeah. Let's do that. After the silversmith, to get the silver wares, let's produce our 5 settlers here. Should I let it grow? It's a bit of a dubious idea. Maybe. I don't think so. Well, yeah, I don't think so. So we'll let the settlers keep it locked at a high 9. That's okay. And then, so that means Benolis, after this current build order, will actually get to work. Actually, you know what? These are not urgently necessary. Let's get to work in Benolis on some missionaries. So let's get... Let's plan to get just maybe 6 missionaries. Take them over in 2 trips with 1 galley from Arbretta. Yeah, there may still be an enemy kayak around here, so I have to figure out if that's the case or not. I may need to build a trireme over here. It's going to be expensive, but I've got to do it with Arbretta. No one else can build it over there, so that's fine. All right, time to see if we can do some funny business with the AI. All right, Aztecs. He has no gold at all, basically. Netherlands. Nope. Germany. Aha! That's more like it. Alright. What would you like to buy from me? How about rubies? Ah, here we go. I thought he might like his rubies. He got rubies from me before as well. Let's just stick to flat gold for now. That's about a turn, so yeah, let's accept this deal. This buys us 1 more turn at 100%. Nice. Yeah, as I had hoped, Arabia's expansionism in the West has really ticked off the Aztecs and the Germans. And the Dutch, although the Dutch are being a bit more crafty. I think the Dutch are wisely staying out of the war while the other 2 are focused on it, so they can just focus on building up. That's some smart AI behavior by the Dutch, I think. Musical notation. Okay. The Dutch are approaching medieval. Fitzquaddle canceled that deal. Why is that? Oh, I think that was a deal that was running out of time, so that's why he was allowed to do that. That wasn't a new deal. But they will trade. We love the monarch. Nice. Okay, let's trade with the Germans instead. Well, look at that. Look who has some gold for me. Hey, Germany. How would you like some brass instruments? Ooh, he'll give me alcohol and all of his golds? Sounds good to me. You can even keep your gold per turn. Alright, excellent. Alright, this is roaded up. Let's see. What are you going to be good at? Zafariah doesn't really have a clear, like, direction with its yields. This could be a solid production city. Pretty much, like, the general trend is my inland cities are better at production, my coastal cities are better at research, as in better at wealth, which means research or golds. But it's not always, like, 100% one way or the other. let's go ahead and let's see. Let's see here. Anything to build? Yeah, you know what? You can do... No, this is all out of my territory. Okay. Okay, you guys actually head over and finally help with Atapuerca's stuff over here. Okay. Keep working on it. Huh? What was that? Oh, that's the comp bowman. Whoops. Where's the ranger? Okay. This viper might kill my workers. I thought I was selecting the ranger. Alright, that's annoying. I may lose these workers, which would be super stupid, but I can't do anything about that. Out of my hands. Fate has will proceed as it will. Alright. Okay, we dodged that bullet. You guys finish that. Come here. Wait, what? Why is there a path right here? Okay. That's, odd. Oh, there was a city here before, wasn't there? And it left the path it built behind. That's what happened. Okay, you're down here, that's right. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. Okay. Any other funny business I can do with trades this turn? I'll do 950 for something. How about... Oh, I got a lot of fur. Do you not want it? I guess he doesn't want it. Okay. Pelts. Okay. String instruments, how about that? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. How about this and also henna? I'm not giving you my one copy of rice. How about instead I give you pelts and furs also. And then you also give me one more thing too. Never mind. I'm not giving you my rice. Just cut it out. Alright, how about I also throw in some gold wares? That's pretty valuable. Oh my god, this guy wants my rice. I don't want to give you my rice. I only have one copy at the moment. Okay, how about I also throw in, let's see what else, some sails? Oh my god, alright. Okay, forget that. Forget the henna. Let's start over. How about this deal here? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. This will let me get to Code of Laws sooner, which is quite nice. We can also get magistrates. That'll be good. Our priests have declared our current research heretical. That's annoying. This temporary thing will probably be for like 100 turns or so. How much is this going to be? Come on, show me. Let me do some math in my head. I think this is about 2 turns of loss. Yeah, I was right. Okay. That's a shame, but that's fine. Well, I guess if this is already a path, then we don't need to worry about getting this pathed up. But I suppose we will, anyways. That's actually a full-on city. Okay. Well, I stand corrected, I suppose. How are we looking on the old upkeep situation? 182 for free. We're at 98 right now. Okay. I don't need all these bowmen, but let's not do anything until we're actually at the cap. There's no reason to take action sooner than that, in my opinion. Okay. This all looks good. Although, let's see if anyone will trade for any good stuff here. It's not like I need henna from him. It'd be kind of nice, though, to have that. I'm not giving him my fucking rice. He wants my rice so bad. Get out of here with that. Okay, hold on. If you want my rice that badly, I know what you could give me where I'd give you my rice. Not Code of Law. How about Calendar? Oh, I didn't think so. Oh, suddenly he doesn't want my rice. That's what I thought. What? What? A monkey killed all 3 workers? You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Well, that's just great. Kind of nice things in this campaign. Not... What the fuck is this? Did Germany found a city over here? Hold on. We're about to have... I'm about to lose my mind. What is this? No, this is a fort, not in German city influence. Wait, is it? I'm not saying that here. Maybe it's because it's fog of war. Okay, next turn, we're about to find out just how much I'm about to be irate. Alright, well, in the meantime, can I squeeze one more turn of stuff here? Maybe. Do I have anything else that he wants? Obviously he wants rice, but... Okay. Could I interest you in furs? No, he doesn't care about the furs. How about the Dutch? He has no money at all. Alright. Broke-ass Johan. How about you? It's Squaddle. God, no one... And I guess I'm also broke right now, so they're all doing the 0-100 strategy too, I guess. Except they're always at 100, because of course, it's Nightmare AI. I mean, the 3 workers aren't, like, super hard to replace, but it's annoying. I didn't think there'd be a marauding monkey over here. That's messed up. I think I'll also guard my army, not guard, but have my army be escorted by some axemen for the anti-melee benefit to help ward off spearmen, who are going to be the main risk. Alright. What do we have here to end things off? Alright, most powerful, we are number 5 for now. Just you wait. Okay, it's just one of those forts that they left. They may have built this one, though, in fairness. That is so annoying. I don't know if this will block me from building this city. I don't think it will. It's annoying. It's not considered a city, though, so it should be okay for influence purposes. Yeah, we'll see. Working on the settlers now, and the missionaries too. And the shipwright for the other stuff. Okay. Meanwhile over here, where's my guy? Here he is. Alright. There's a lot going on over here, that's for sure. This area here is such a mess. They both are overlapping on each other. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of the Neanderthal Campaign. We are building up our army at long last. It's going to take some time. We put the work in, though, to start ourselves with an insanely powerful, for our capabilities at least, army. And we'll have to see what we can do with it in the upcoming episodes. But that'll be it for this episode. Hey! Had to get one in at the end there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.